Hello everyone, welcome back to EuroHub and welcome to the series of lectures in GATE solution. And this question was asked in GATE 2008 and this question belongs to aerospace structures. You can see an idealized thin walled two cell symmetric box beam is shown. The shear flow in the walls are due to the applied shear forces Vy, that is equal to 480 Newton, Vz is equal to 300 Newton, and a torque capital M, all acting at the shear center. Okay, so this is the Y direction and this is the Z direction. You can see the diagram here. This is a two cell beam and these are the boom areas. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 boom areas and you can see the respective shear flow in the walls of the beam. Okay, that is the shear flow is taken by the skin of the structure and the normal stress is carried by the boom areas. Okay, and dimensions is this length is total 24 centimeter and the height is 10 centimeter. Okay, this is Z direction and this one is Y direction. Okay, and they're asking the shear flows Q1 and Q2. Okay, and second question, the total torque M acting on the particular beam. Okay, these are the questions asked. We have two questions to solve. First of all, we have to find out the value of Q1 and Q2. You can see here in this diagram we have Q1 and Q2 and we are not aware about the values of Q1 and Q2. We have to find out the value of Q1 and Q2 and also we have to find out the value of torque, that is the external moment acting on the entire applied moment acting on this particular beam. Okay, this is one of the important question from aerospace structures and we will solve that. Before that, you have to understand that here they haven't given the value of boom areas. Okay, normally we will find out the value of moment of inertia from the boom areas, then we will proceed the problem. Here we don't have the values of boom areas. That's one of the important problem in this question. We don't have the value of boom areas. Okay, and they have given shear forces. We are applying shear forces along Y direction, that is in horizontal direction, as well as in vertical direction, that is Vz is equal to 300 Newton, Vy that is along the horizontal direction as 480 Newton. Okay, so we will start the problem. We will start by first problem. We have to find out the value of Q1 and Q2. Okay, so I will assume this boom junction as 1 and this junction as 2. Okay, I given a name on this at this point as 1 and this point as 2. Okay, therefore to find out the value of Q1 and Q2 we have to remember a basic equation of shear flow, that is Q is equal to V into Q, capital Q, by I. Okay, where V is the shear force, Q is the first moment of area and I is the second moment of area. Okay, or it is nothing but the area moment of inertia, and Q is equal to, if you remember, that is area into Y. Okay, if it is Ixx. Okay, these are the important formulas you have to remember here. Okay, this is an idealized beam, therefore the value of A is nothing but the value of boom areas, the values of boom areas. Okay, here the value of boom area is not given, so we'll assume as just as capital A. Okay, and at junction 1 we will proceed the problem. At junction 1 you can see Q1 is coming towards junction 1, 2 Newton per centimeter is coming towards junction 1 and this one is 10 Newton per centimeter. This is also coming towards junction 1, so that will be positive. Q1 plus 2 plus 10, these are the internal shear flow. Okay, and this should be equal to the external applied shear flow, that is nothing but V Q by I. Okay, this particular equation I am splitting into two. That is, we are applying both Vy and Vz. Okay, so this equation can become, I will write q1 plus 2 plus 10 is equal to V into Vy q of z divided by I z plus V of z qy divided by I y. Okay, don't confuse anything, it's so simple. We are applying Vy and Vz, that's why this equation. Now we have to find the value of Qz. Qz is equal to area into y, and Qy is equal to area into z. Okay, what is y and z? That is nothing but the coordinate point of particular boom area. Okay, so first of all, this will be the centroid of the section. Okay, because this is symmetrical about both axes, so it will be lying at the exact center. Centroid will be lying at the exact center of the beam. Okay, so with respect to this point, we have to find out the value of y and z coordinate. Okay, for point 1, the value of y will be 0. The value of y will be 0 and the value of z will be 5. Okay, that is, from the centroid, the total height is 10 centimeter. So from the centroid to the junction 1, the value of z is 5 and the value of y is, this is y comma z, y is 0 because this particular point is lying on the z axis, that is at the origin axis. Okay, in the z axis, that's why y value is 0. So I can write qz is equal to a into y, that will be 0, and qy will be equal to, what's the value of a? A is a, same a into z value is 5, it will be 5a. Okay, so you got the value of qy. Now we will find out the value of Iz, that is equal to n into a y square, where n is the number of boom areas. Okay, so we have n into a y square. Y is nothing but this vertical distance, this horizontal distance from the centroid. Okay, we have to consider all the distance from the centroid. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 boom areas which is at a distance of this 1 and 2. This 2 boom area is lying on the centroidal axis. Okay, along the centroidal axis, though these 2 boom areas are neglected. So we have to consider only the first one, this 1, 2, 3, 4, this corner boom areas. So it will be 4 into the area of the boom is not aware, and the value of y is nothing but 12 centimeter. From this boom, from the centroid to the exact corner, that is exact corner of the beam, we have 12 centimeter, it will be 12 square. Okay, similarly, Iyy is equal to n into a z square. That will be, we have, in the case of z square, from the centroid we have 6 boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 6 boom. It is at a distance of 5 centimeter from the centroid. You can see here, the centroid is here, and from the boom we have, from the centroid we have 5 booms. So totally we will be having 6, not 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 into a into z is 5 square. Okay, so we got the value of Iyy, Izz, Qy, Qz, and Qy, Qz, and respective moment of inertia. Then you substitute the value of Vy. Vy is nothing but 480 Newton and Vz is nothing but 300 Newton. You substitute the value, you will get the answer. I substituted the value of shear force Vy and Vz. Vy is 480 Newton, Vz is 300 Newton. and the value of qz is 0 and qy is 5a, and the value of iyyy is 4a into 12 square and iz is 6a into 5 square. Okay, when I substitute I got this equation, and this equation will be becoming 0, and here the 5 square, so I can cut the value of 5 here, and I can cut a from here, so it will be 6 into 5 30, this is 10, this is 30. So finally I'll be getting q1 plus 12 is equal to 10. So q1 will be equal to minus 2 Newton per centimeter. Okay, this is the answer for q1. Okay, similarly we have to find out the value for q2. If you look back at junction 2, we have two junctions, junction 1 and junction 2. At junction 2, at junction 2, q2 is coming towards junction 2, the boom number 2, or at this junction, and 2 Newton per centimeter, this shear flow is going away from the junction. And also from the centroid, the value of the coordinate value for y and z for this point is, the value of y is 12 and the value of z is 5. Okay, so the value of qz will be a into y, that is 12a for junction 2, and the value of qy will be same, that is z will be qy is 5a. Okay, so the equation will be becoming q2 minus 2 is equal to, again the same equation. You got the idea? q2 instead of q1 we have q2 minus 2 will be equal to this entire same equation. We have the same value of vy and izz, vz and iyy. The value of qz and qy will be different. Okay, so because we have a different coordinate for point 2, so the value of qz is 12a and qy is 5a. You will do that now. So this is the equation I got. So I can cancel out 12 from here, so I can cancel out 112 from here, a cancelled. So this will be 4 into 12 is 48, then we have 480, so finally will be 10. Here also same, I can cancel out 1 5 from the numerator. Area also getting cancelled. 6 into 5 is 30, so it will be 300, it will be 10. So finally we will be getting 10 plus 10 20. q2 is equal to, q2 minus 2 is equal to 20, so finally q2 will be equal to plus 22 Newton per centimeter. This is the value. And to find out the total moment acting on the entire section, I have drawn the same diagram, and we have found out the value of q1. We got the value as minus 2 Newton per second, and the initial direction was towards that boom number 1, that junction number 1, so we got minus, so the final direction of the shear flow is 2 Newton per centimeter towards left side. Okay, and the value of q2 was positive, that the value of q2 was 22 Newton per centimeter. Okay, now we have to find out the value of moment acting on this particular beam, section of the beam, and they have told that we are applying the moment at this shear center. And also you have to understand this section is symmetrical about both horizontal and vertical axis, therefore the shear center will be lying at the exact center of the section. Okay, so I can write this section, this point as, mark as point O, and this is the point where the moment is introduced. Okay, and I will mark the boom area as A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so between the boom area A and B we have a constant shear flow. Okay, when you have a constant shear flow, the moment will be equal to, 2 times the area into Q. Okay, when we have a constant shear flow, the moment will be equal to 2 times the area into Q, and we are taking moment about this point O. Okay, we'll take the moment about this point O, and also the summation of moment internal will be equal to the summation of moment external. Okay, the internal moment is due to the internal shear flow, so we'll find out the shear flow, total moment with respect to shear flow, that is M is equal to 2AQ for each and every shear flows, and this will be equal to the applied external moment. This is the thing we are going to do. Okay, for this portion ABO I can write that is equal to 2 times the area is half BH, that's a triangle, half into base is 12 centimeter and the height is 10 by 2, this is the height, it will be 5. Okay, 2 times the area into Q is 2. Okay, and you can see that for this triangle, for BC, we have same shear flow and the same base and same height, so it will be into 2, plus we will go for this triangle EF and DE, both will be having same dimension, that is 12 and 5, and same shear flow, that will be 2 times the area is half into 12 into 5, 12 into 5, this is the area, and the value of shear flow is 22. Okay, into 2, since we have ED and FE is having same, here this one is for A, B, O and C, B, O because of this multiplication into 2, and this one is for F, E, O and E, D, O, E, D, O, plus we have to consider this triangle, these two triangles. Okay, these two triangles. Okay, 2 times the area of the triangle is base is 10, half into 10 into, and height is 12 into shear flow is 2 Newton per second, Newton per centimeter, not second, plus this one, this triangle. We have done with 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is the 5th triangle, and this one is the 6th triangle. Okay, and 2 times the area is half into base is 10, height is 12, and the shear flow is 22. Okay, if you calculate, you will be getting an answer of 5760 Newton centimeter. This is the value you are getting. Okay, so basically when you have a constant shear flow, the moment will be equal to 2 times the area into shear flow, and the summation of internal moment is equal to summation of external moment. So this is the internal moment, and this should be equal to the M external. Okay, so I hope you understood this problem. This is really a tough question. Just understand the concept and you can do. Thank you for listening this lecture. Take care.